Viewer discretion is advised. Early in my years, I learned that white girls are nothing but trouble. From black men being castrated and hung during the slavery days if they got caught looking at a white woman, to them being lynched and burned during the civil rights days, to them being imprisoned or never to be seen again during the 60s and 70s. This lady here, Susan Smith, she said that a black man had took her and her kids, and they searched high and low, and they found that black man in that sketch. Come to find out, the woman killed her own damn children. And I was young then, and that kind of opened my eyes to the extent that these people will go to get out of trouble, just blame it on the black man. And I've heard how when black guys will be in an intimate situation with Caucasian females, and when a white person might stumble into the room, she grabs the sheets and holler, rape. I don't know how many stories of these women being caught lying about being raped by black men. And in spite of all the history of black men and white women just being a bad mix, black men still do it. And it's usually the nerdy, goofy guys that run right to these white girls. Some get lucky, some end up with a case. And I just, because it's just me personally, I'm not going to say that white women don't look good. I'm not going to say that some white women are not attractive. But I find my own women beautiful and attractive. So I just don't really envision myself stepping out, especially with the hassle and trouble that comes with it. There's been too many black men, that were just flat out lied on. Nowhere in the area. Don't even know this woman. And because some white guy probably did rape her, and she don't want to give him up, she implements you. Because usually, back in the game, all the white woman had to do is say it. And brother, you was out of there. But the young man that they gave the 12 years to for kissing a white girl, I'm wondering, did some older guy talk to him? And I'm going to say, knowing how some young guys are just hard-headed. He was probably told, hey, man, don't go mess with that girl, man. Girl, no more trouble. He probably did it any damn way. But there's an old saying that my aunt used to always make, when I was doing things I ain't had no business and didn't think I would get in trouble for, she would say, boy, you don't believe fat meat greasy. And see, these youngsters don't believe that fat meat is greasy because of the lack of discipline that parents had in their home. You know, some parents refuse to whoop their children and have some type of discipline. They don't want to see their children cry. But it's an old saying, I would rather see you cry now than me cry later from you getting locked up or killed, from making bad decisions, thinking that you can do anything that you want to do without serving some type of repercussions. White women have cost a lot of black men and teens their lives off a lie. So why would I even want to have relations with these women that it seems as if for every time a black man dates a white woman, there's some kind of trouble somewhere, either from society, the job, or the family. Why even put yourself through that? Why put your children that you may have from that union? It's just mind-boggling. But white women are nothing but trouble, especially for black men. You know, they claim as if they don't like Hispanics, but if a white woman marries a Hispanic man, they ain't that mad. At least he's got the skin color. He can be converted. But when you have that guess who's coming to dinner moment where you bring a black man home, man, it's trouble. And it's not going to work out well. You don't have enough money, you don't have enough power like they have in order for it to work out well, because they can put obstacles in your path. The young man, Albert Wilson, that got those 12 years for kissing a white girl, I know that he wished he had made other plans that night. That's the problem, is like a lot of people want to send their children to a nice college, which they think is a white college, which is going to have white kids. But he's a black kid. What type of girls is there to talk to? Ain't no black girls there. And them are white girls. So a lot of times you're putting your children in a bad position, especially if he's a kid that don't know how to get around, to find the black neighborhoods and the black spots. When I went out of town, I knew how to find the black spots. I went to Tacoma, Washington. This year was like in about I think 81. And the area that I was staying in was white folks. And I'm like, hey man, I cannot deal with this. So what I did was I found out where the bus stop was. I caught the bus downtown. And I just walked until I saw a group of black people standing at the bus stops. I said, okay, got to be going where black folks at. So I caught the bus, and I told the bus driver, hey man, I'm from out of town. I really don't know the city well, so I just want to ride this route with you. And you bring it back downtown. He said, hey, that's all right, it's good. So for me riding that route, I was able to find out the little black spots in that city, whereas I didn't have to kill myself or kill somebody from being around those white spots. The spots where I know they didn't like black folks at, because, you know, up north, you got racists up north too. It's just a little different racism, but there's racist people up north as well. But the thing of it is that I know how to get around. I'm just not going to stand at one spot. But these young black men today that don't know how to get around, that go to these white colleges or go to jobs where they work around white people, they always end up in trouble because they want to hang out with these white people. You cannot do that because you end up with 12 years. White girls ain't nothing but trouble. But I know you hard-headed people. You don't believe fat meat is greasy. Put a hunk of it in your mouth and bite down.